3 for 12 start, but a 4 for 5 finish. I guess just Doc thought there was maybe some more aggressiveness in the fourth. Just what did you see? How did that switch flip for you in the fourth to find that rhythm?
I mean, I came out aggressive. I just think, they was blitzing. And I could be aggressive against that too and go against two people. But I think, the point of them blitzing was to get the ball out of my hands. And then at that point, my job is to keep two guys on me and get the ball out so we could play 4-on-5. And, I just tried to trust that, over my career when I've been blitzed and trapped or whatever, I try to take those two guys with me and let our team play an advantage. And the more we can hurt them when they do that, eventually they come out of it, and then I'll find my spots after that. So that was the game that I was playing. In between those possessions, I was still looking for opportunities. But even when I wasn't in a situation where I was getting trapped, I was still going to make the right play. So obviously it was other opportunities for me to try to shoot the ball, but I still made the right play. Other times, like, they even face guarded me full court and just basically let us play 4-on-4 sometimes. So, like I said, I was trying to be aggressive, and then in the fourth quarter, I think, usually it's breakdowns over the course of a game, and at the end there was a few cracks, a few opportunities, and I was just able to, get a couple to go in. But I came out, my intentions was always to be aggressive.
I guess in the fourth quarter, you get some catch-and-shoot looks, like Chris finds you on a couple. I guess what does it mean for you to have your teammates, like, you're trusting the way that you need to make the right play, that it's actually finding back into your hands and you're getting those shots?
Yeah, it's that's usually how it comes back. You do the right thing and trust the right thing, it usually comes back in your favor. Especially when I'm on the floor with Chris. I think on our team, he's another guy who sees the game the way I see the game. The reads that he makes, his ability to see the game, see things before it happened as it's developing. And I was just on the right end of it a few times in that fourth quarter. But like I said, you do the right thing, and you just trust the fact that it'll come back and those opportunities will come. And I thought in the fourth quarter it did.
Congrats on 22,000 points tonight. Do you ever look at your three-point shot from an analytics standpoint? Do you ever look at your shot chart or any practice numbers? Nothing. It's just natural, what you've been doing all this time.
Yeah, I train and then I play, and then that's it.
So
I don't look
logo
at
Lillard and all that, you don't care about?
I'm aware of it, but I don't take those shots for the name. I take them because I can make them, and it forces the defense to have to play from further out, and I have more space to attack downhill just because I know I can make that shot. So that's it. But I'm not going to say I'm not aware of it. Of course I am, but I don't look at like you said, a shot chart, where I'm shooting and all of that stuff. I just play.
The reason I ask, I wonder if you're actually a little more comfortable a little bit deeper. When you look at some of the numbers, you're not even close to the line with most of your shots. Maybe you feel a comfort zone there.
I think they just cleaner looks. A lot of times teams don't. It's not as good of a contest. It's not as much of a crowd because I'm so deep. So I think that's probably has something to do with it. It's just a more comfortable shot because of the lack of pressure and contest, from out there.
Do hitting new milestones, does that do anything for you career-wise or personal-wise? Like, do you celebrate those?
It always feels good because a lot of times I'm not aware of it sometimes. Like, I think the last time I knew something was coming up was when I broke the Trailblazers all-time scoring record. After last game, I had a few people come up to me and mention it, but coming into tonight, I didn't even think about it before the game. And then when you said it to me after the game, I was like, dang, they did tell me I was 24 points shy. But I think, I always say, I'm not really good about stuff like that, And then when it happens and I look back at it, I'm like, man, that's a great accomplishment. But that's kind of how I am about it. I'm always proud of it, and even when I'm made aware of it, if it's not right when it's happening, I don't go in focusing on it.
I don't know how you feel about it, but I always think of kind of the dog days of the NBA season is between 41 and the All-Star break. That's always going to be the toughest stretch kind of mentally to get through. This year, I think it's 9 of the 13 before the All-Star break are on the road, 13 games in 22 days. Kind of what is this next 3-week stretch going to kind of require from you guys?
We just got to be we got to be there mentally. You know, we got to be engaged. We got to be disciplined, and we got to be together. You know, I think our preparation and our mentality lately, we see the type of success that it is giving us, and we got to take that on the road. We got to have it in the games where we're not making so many shots, where we don't feel great. I think if our mind is right and we're able to do a lot of the things that we're doing, we'll find ourselves in a good spot to win a game anywhere against any team. So I think in this closing stretch, we got to have that more than anything else, because it's going to come down to where our mind is. So if we do, you know, I think we'll go into the break feeling good about ourselves, and I think right now we're trending in that direction.
One more on the three. When you joined this team, there's three bigs here who shoot the three. There's Brooke, Bobby, Giannis, at least not as much this year, I know. But did you have to adjust your thinking or your aggressiveness at the three, or change maybe your goals or anything like that? Or did you just go with, again, the flow of the offense and what was open to you?
I mean, play style wise, as far as that, I didn't even think about changing anything because of it. I think it was just an adjustment overall. You know, just being on a new team, playing with different players, playing with, you know, another great player. That was the adjustment, but play style or, like, you know, what shots or anything like that, that wasn't an adjustment. It was more so just being on a new team, different personnel. The structure of the team was just different, but that was it.